Hi, this video is a solution of assignment 0 from the introduction to game development. And the assignment here was to build a simple AI for the PONG game. I first built the solution in pure Lua. So I did the if statement. I checked if the y of the ball is lower than the y of the player. And if that's the case, I set up the dy of the player to be minus paddle speed, which means that the position on the y-axis of the paddle will change, will go up on the axis basically, trying to get to the position of the ball. And in the opposite case, so if the y of the ball is greater than the y of the player 1, then the dy of player 1 is equals the paddle speed, meaning that paddle will go down on the y-axis until it gets to the y position of the ball. So as the ball is bouncing, it's still in move, it's always in move, the paddle will also be moving. And that's for the player 1, and the same applies for player 2. And when I implemented that and tested out, I realized that the movement of the paddle isn't really smooth, because you could see every frame the paddle was kind of shaking all the time. So in order to make it look more smooth, I think you need some kind of a delay before the paddle moves, not every frame. So the solution I found was to use the flux library, and with that library you set up the delay, which in this case is a randomized number between 0.05 and 0.15, so the fraction of a second. And after this delay, the player 1 object, so the paddle goes to this position, so the x for the player stays the same, but the y changes, and the y is equal to the y of the ball. So it does the same thing as the pure Lua solution. It tries to get to the same y that the ball has, but with some kind of delay. And how it works, I'll present you now. Oops, let's try again. Oops, let's try one more time. Yes, now. Okay, so the movement of the paddle is pretty smooth because of the delay. This is, I would say, an easy mode because of the delay, because the paddle sometimes cannot catch up really with the ball. But if you set up a delay to be lower, then the paddle, is more effective. So your AI is stronger. It's a hard mode. Yeah, and they will continue playing against each other until 10 points. Yeah, thank you for the awesome course, and see you in the next assignment.